For the last 2 days, I've been working on my website's landing page or homepage in this instance, and figuring out how I can make the copy a bit better and more appealing for people that are coming to the page, as well as just optimizing the structure. I guess it's better to say I'm just optimizing the conversion rate for the page. And because of that, it's led me to work on many different things at once. But since we can't go in too many directions at the same time, for right now, I'm just trying to focus as much as I can on the page itself. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of the changes that I'm making and why I'm making them, so that hopefully you can learn from them and maybe apply some of these principles if they seem relevant to you. So firstly, why am I making these changes? Well, I've noticed that based on the ads that I've been running to the landing page, the cost per conversion has been a little bit too high. Now, there's different levels at which we need to determine what is the problem, where is the problem exactly happening. I'm not particularly happy with the ads that we're running or the landing page or even the profiles that we have set up, but that's how it always starts. You're never going to get an amazing conversion rate on your very first attempt. You kind of have to learn for yourself how it's going to work for your brand. So at the moment, we're having a very expensive cost per free trial attempt, which is around $100, which is a bit expensive for a free trial. So where would the problem be at? We don't have any brand name recognition yet because SaleTend is still a relatively new brand. We've been working on it for 3 years, but we've only been marketing it for about a month. So the social profiles don't have many followers yet. Now, if you saw my video on how I've been generating thousands of leads for people a month for years, you'll notice that one of the steps was on how to build up some of your social proof so that you can market effectively. So for the last few days before I've been working on the landing page, I've been sort of prepping the profiles by posting content on them, spacing it out over a few days so that Instagram doesn't think I'm spamming, and just also kind of testing out what type of content might do well if I do choose to go an organic route for marketing on SaleTend. I tried out just single images, carousels, a few quick reels, and just seeing how it would go for them. The results have been interesting in that I got a lot more reach than I expected to get on the sliders, which usually only show to your followers. But I guess because the accounts are relatively new, then it's just expanding beyond that scope. So now that I'm almost done prepping the accounts, my next step is going to be running a Facebook page like and Instagram follow campaign so that I can get the follower counts up so that when people are seeing the ad, that they have a higher chance of actually going through the ad and signing up. I also think that one issue with the ads is that if people are double checking the company first, and then they see that not only is there not much content, but there's also just not much of a following there, it doesn't really give them much confidence. So I think that that's really gonna help. But one thing that I also think needs to be a lot better is that instead of just focusing on the benefits like our interface being very seamless or having a good user experience, that is a little bit more vague and not as helpful. So I do want to compare that to some ads where we're directly calling out, manage your leads across Facebook, Instagram, and Gmail, get started in 5 minutes. Something as simple as that, but it's also going to call out directly to the people who have this problem already of they want to manage leads from Facebook, Instagram, and Gmail. And hopefully we can find some people that have those needs and aren't really worried about other platforms at the moment, because really the game for getting this CRM really going fast and big is we get enough customers so that we can continue to fund development of more integrations, migration tools, and so on. Because in all honesty, I don't really care about making money myself from the platform for a very long time, as long as my savings can support me. But as long as the platform can fund its further development, to me, that is a success. And so that is my main goal at the moment, to find our foothold and get our foot in the door for more clients, get them set up properly, help them, continue to expand to service all of their integration needs and help them to simplify their sales workflow, because That's the main problem that we're trying to address for them, is to just clean everything up, make everything really nice and smooth so that they can focus on selling. They don't need to be technical experts or platform experts. And that's what we're trying to do. The more customers we can get in the first place, it's just going to make us develop faster and more integrations. I've been looking at tons of ads to come up with ideas for more different creative types. I also have some funny ones, some that are like voiceover ads, and I'm going to be trying them all out, seeing what works the best. Sometimes just because something gets a high click-through rate doesn't mean that it's actually going to get you more free trials. We're doing a few graphic designs so that I can use them on the ads. I'm also going to make some videos, kind of think like TikTok style ads where there's like a voiceover and it will look very organic just so that it can get better reach. Somebody who's doing a really good job of this at the moment is Motion, like Motion AI, the calendar or project management software. They're doing so good, like this type of ad format. I highly recommend that you check them out and kind of try and get inspiration. Don't just copy them, don't be lazy, but they are doing a really good job of their type of ad. And so you should take from that and figure out your own ideas based off of that. Just because people view it as very natural, it's not like a hard sell, and you're going to have an easier time of getting conversions, and it's obviously working for them because they're growing like crazy. You see them all over the place all the time. As far as the landing page goes, I've also set up Hotjar recording software so that I could watch the user sessions and see how people liked the page. And the page just has an okay conversion rate. It's nothing amazing. So I've been restructuring the components of the page, moving reviews up higher, adjusting the copy. Some people told me that the copy was a little bit confusing as to what the features are. Like maybe I went a little bit too hard on the benefits. And I think that this is I'm being really transparent with you guys because I think sometimes it can actually be hardest to do a good job for yourself in that, like, you might be really good at making a website. And so you work with clients all the time. You deliver amazing work, and yet when it comes time to make your own website, you sort of like doubt and question yourself on it because you have full context. So it's a little bit difficult for you to get out of your own head, like step back and just say, is this obvious to other people? You can never really ask yourself that question because you are inherently biased. And so I think it's really important to get it out in front of people that don't know you. Because if you show it to friends or family, they're just going to say, yeah, that's nice. That looks nice. Yeah, I get it. That's good. And that's not helpful. So you need to get it in front of people that do not care about you, preferably not even in your community. Like, if you are friends with a bunch of people on Twitter that are all the same community as you, that's kind of helpful in that at least they're one level removed from you, like they're not a friend or a family member. I'm even entertaining the concept right now of paying people that didn't continue with the sign up, paying them money for 20 minutes of their time just for an interview. And I think that that would be really insightful and really valuable. I probably won't have to do it with that many people, but what insight would be more valuable than what is going to come from exactly your target market, who does not care about if they sign up for your platform or another platform. They just want to solve their problem. I don't know what could be more helpful than that. You want to hear it straight from them. If you can get some of them to answer you for free, that's obviously even better, but nothing's going to incentivize them to actually do it. And let's say you have to spend $500 paying out multiple people for 20-minute interviews. If you could get it done quickly and it informs you before your next round of advertising or before you adjust your copy for your landing page and so on, isn't that gonna save you way more in advertising costs? I'm just doing right now a very basic round based off of what the feedback I've already gotten is. But after that, I'm probably gonna be talking to some of the people in the target market and paying them. Like, saying it in this video at the same time, I'm just kind of convincing myself even more so. And, user surveys, I'm not buying it. And that's not the same thing. You want to have a face-to-face or, phone call interview, like get honest answers, a survey where they pick multiple choice or give like a little text box, they don't care. Why would they put time and effort and like give you an honest answer in that? You want to really figure it out. It might even be an opportunity for you to convert the lost customer, just because you're going to answer some of it. Like maybe they'll come up with questions that they had for you, but they didn't ask because they were just looking at the webpage. And so they might even sell themselves again on using your service because they know that you take user feedback really seriously based on the fact that you are reaching out to them and even willing to pay for user feedback, and that you care that much about winning customers and solving their problems. So that is something I'm very seriously thinking about, and I'm probably just gonna at least try it out within the next few days even, now that I'm talking about it even more. So one of the biggest things that they were talking about when they were critiquing my page was that I went too heavy on the benefits versus explaining the features. Basically, if you're not familiar with like copywriting benefits versus features, let's say that we're talking about an iPhone as the product. The product feature would be, it comes with 512 gigabytes of internal storage. Well, that's a feature, and to a grandma who doesn't know much about technology, what's the benefit to her? It doesn't translate to her. Whereas for somebody who has been working with technology all their life, they already know all of the benefits of larger or lesser storage. Like they know what they need from it and why they want it, but they want to know the feature. And so the benefit for the grandma of a 512 gigabytes would be that they could store X number thousand of pictures. So they can just take endless pictures of their grandchildren or endless videos because they have so much storage. And if they buy double that, they can fit twice as many photos of their grandchildren. You're translating it to what the benefit is for your customer. But I went a little too far in that direction because I was trying to be too helpful. I translated too much, but it doesn't help the people that already know what CRMs are and have worked with them before. They want to know, what specific features does my CRM have? So I'm now reworking the copy to at least just give a basic description of the feature and how it helps them. Feature, how it helps. Or it can be inversed, as long as, or this is how it's going to help you, this is how it fulfills that. It's very simple when I talk about it, right? Like it seems obvious now that I'm saying it, but you'd be surprised at the things that you overlook when you're making stuff for yourself. You're selling to yourself. You're like, oh, this sounds really nice, but that is not helpful to the people that are not you. And of course, on the internet, I'm sure there will be plenty of people that are happy to critique and say that this was obvious. I've seen some of your landing pages. I think I'm doing fine, but yes, we can always be better. You have to not be afraid to get that feedback, and you want to get it from people that are going to be harsh, but helpful, not just people that are critiquing things all the time. From the people that are busy, that are your customers, that you're trying to help, it's really important. So that's why I think at this point in the business, it's worth the money. So yeah, I'm gonna be paying for it pretty soon. As I said in one of the other update videos, we were also working on the onboarding sequence. It's about halfway through. When you're in this stage, things can never move fast enough. And so, I'm just working on everything that I can work on while development is being done. Yeah, it's a tough time, it's a stressful time, but we'll make it happen anyways. And that's what it's like. It's not pretty, it's not fun. There's probably other things that I should be doing right now that I'm not aware of, but I will try my best to do them. So if you're working on your business right now and it's not all fun and highlight reels and everything like that, I get you, but this is why it's gonna be worth it in the long run. It's days like these that the good days are built on. So you just have to keep doing it, doing the work that's not fun. It's not exciting, just rewriting your own words all day and just moving little parts of a page around and trying to come up with ad ideas. It's not that fun, right? But it's so nice once you get the final product. I was going through the onboarding sequence with my developer, and I said, oh, what do you think of it? I mean, because he works on SailTend so much that he knows it like the back of his hand. And he said, I really like this. it's very engaging. I really like this. And I think that that is so cool that, you know, at least certain parts of your work, like once it comes to a nice point, you're really proud of it and really excited about it. But to get to that point, the outcome, you have to do so much work to get there. It can be easy to doubt and, you know, get down on it. But once you get there, you realize, oh yeah, this is what we were working for the whole time. So that's why in some of the last few videos, I've been really hammering home that you really need to get the outcome, really focus on the outcome. The hard work is really important. And, you know, other people don't care how hard you worked on a thing, but the outcome really carries it home and is kind of like the crescendo, so to speak. So those are some of my lessons that I'm learning at the moment. I mean, I already knew them, but you need to relearn them when you're taking them into a new application and then applying it to your own company. It's very different than applying it to somebody else's company. You know, like I'll consult with a potential client for marketing or something, and I'll just come up with ideas left and right. Every moment I could just keep coming up with ideas. But when it's your own idea, man, it's like a drought. You gotta you gotta really write them down and brainstorm as much as you can. But you get there eventually, and you kind of have to make up for it with time. And I'm sure it'll get easier with practice. I think that's everything for today. I hope that some of that was insightful for you, but that's all. Thank you for listening.